After riding on a journey for some time, one gets into a pattern like anything else in life. One gets to understand that there are certain things that happen just to make a statement. I'll explain it with my personal example in my life. After making my statement, so certain things happen just to make a statement, meaning it all happens for a reason, it all happens connecting the dots, it all happens because that is how the director planned the story to go as scripted. And these things happen when one continues on the same path. See, it's not a broken, scattered brain event here. Although personally, a journey becomes a testimony of transitioning from that kind of a mindset, basically from insanity to some kind of a spiritual sanity, integrating the heart, mind, and the body that actually cooperates and lends its senses and its voice and its little things that we do to justify that particular event. Like riding, you ride a bicycle and you have to go somewhere, so your body has to do the pedaling and your hand has to hold on to the bars and keep a balance in order to reach the destination. Similarly, one starts to understand how to ride the bicycle, right? You get used to it. You're not even thinking about it. After a while, you get used to it and you're so good at it now. The focus on training the body and focusing on not being afraid and focusing on the road and balancing, all that falls away, right? You get used to it. It's just exactly the same with the soul riding with this body and the mind and the senses and all the work that happens within and all around for that soul's particular journey. So once you get used to it, then you start to connect the dots and you start to connect the events and you start accumulating the energy on that track, and you get used to it. Now you're doing it very easily. You're not scared, you can do it, so you're doing it. There comes a time when you listen to your heart, and you have this gut feeling and you have this flavor of that kind of an experience where God talks to you and God touches you and God is leading you a certain way, and you've tried everything to rebel against it, and you've tried everything because that's what the war is. In spite of all the challenges that we have through the body, its limitations, the senses, the distractions, and the mind's scattered thoughts, these experiences still happen, and that kind of awakens the part that needs to be aware and follow it consciously. And when it all comes together, you feel whole, you feel complete, you're more and more confident, you're more and more humbled, and all the doubts and all the fears fall away, because the love is now becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like a big tree, you know. Because you remember what happened before, you remember the experiences, you reflect on it, you're grateful, you think of a good experience, it makes you feel good. No, how many ever times you think about it, right? Somebody did good to you, somebody saved you, somebody helped you, you think of that person, you think of that experience, and you feel that moment of joy and gratitude and contentment, and very blessed and graced, and you feel good thinking about that. Exactly opposite of the other side, where we're also thinking about the fears, thinking about all the bad things that happened to us, and we're recreating those negative feelings, and then we live that again and again and again. We cry, we talk about it, we keep complaining. That's the other side. This is my life's experience, so that's all I can make of it. Each one can apply, but I think I have the whole package, so anyone can take what they need from it or not, apply it. It's like a software program, and it's big and it's vast, and each one can use it to apply it to their own applications or their own purpose of them getting to this place, or a reason to find some soothing words of comfort and friendship. So for me, the journey has been from extremely negative states of minds, extreme oppression and all that, to this. Yeah. And I have come into the light. I know I'm the light. I know that I feel it all the time. And there were many situations where, no, I was very rebellious. No, I was not able to just say okay. I wasn't able to just say yes. All that has happened. But sometimes you get to a corner and you're not able to do anything else. So you're stuck. You're at a dead end. And every time you hit rock bottom, you hit that wall, you turn around and start going the way that is available to you. That's what's happened. And every single time I've been saved, I've been blessed, even if it was an extreme case of impossible situations. So basically my life has been a walk of faith and prayer. That part never died. It was always awake. It always rose up to be able to remember the word, to be able to think thoughts that said, yes, you can do it, yes, you can rise up, let's just move on. And accompany that invisible confidence in some higher power that is guiding you and guarding you and protecting you, saving you, deleting you from all the things that are stopping you from realizing yourself and purpose of life, all that beautiful, all those beautiful things. And that word sticks out. Yes, you have to do it. You must go on. I'm there with you. You know what I mean? That powerful voice that says a word and you just fold your hands, you bow down, and you just do it. You just do it. Because we all come from the same source. So you're a part of it, and you automatically get attracted to a word or a voice like that. You can't help it. You can't help it. When you see beauty like that, you smile. When you experience love like that, you bow down, fold your hands, you bow down. Nothing else can touch it. Nothing. No one can stop you from becoming what you really are. It will rise. It will rise. Because it's His nature. We're rising in love here. We are rising in love. Through all the doubts, through all the fears, through all the mind's thoughts that says, no, you can't do it, no, this one's, no, nobody's going to accept it, no, it's not going to be good enough, and all those negative thoughts. Even though there is a part that knows how good it is and how beautiful it is, and you didn't do anything wrong, you're on the right track, right? And the war, that's the war. All the injustice done, even if you walked on the right path, you were righteous, you said, you told the truth, and so many experiences even when I was little, unbearable. But that's the world we're in, and we're transitioning through it. We're walking through the fire, literally. We're coming out baked, not burnt. And I'm here as a proof, as a testimony, to share the stories with you. Because he told me once, it's not your story. You don't have to feel bad or shameful, or it's your personal story and you're going to feel offended, this and that. He said, it's my story. It's his story. It's his story. And will all go down in history. Everyone will have a story to tell, and even if we don't get to share or anything, we'll just connect. Those souls will connect just by being together, in physically or not. There is a war going on at a very, very high level, so we are all just a battlefield here. So everything falls away, the me part and the small parts that cries and throws tantrums and cries out so loud that nothing else matters and only their misery. And you see, those kind of things doesn't exist in God's mind, because he's full of light all the time and full of love, positive, happy, cheerful. And that energy is very, very strong, just blows away all these other things when you're in that presence. And you feel comfortable, you feel loved, you feel you're not intimidated by that kind of a power, you're not oppressed. So then you keep getting attracted towards it. What is this thing that in its presence I feel so good and I feel so loved and I feel so secure, right? That comes from within. If you just look a little bit and just search for it, give it a little space, slow down. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. All those things will fall away. As most of the time, the war is inside of the mind, and the thoughts that bother us, like I say, cast out all the witches and witches and people who are, bombarding us with so many different voices and advices and all that. There's one Holy Spirit, then there's one voice. And when we connect and we're one with it, and you feel whole, and you feel complete, simply put. And then every day you live, whatever you do becomes a beautiful love story to share or not, or just to be in that presence. We feel one, whoever we are. These all those things just fall away. It won't happen again. So let God win. He's capable. Some new things are happening, very profound dreams and visions are starting again. And where I am right now personally, I connect, putting it together, solving the puzzle. I just gave a talk about to do, all these little things are happening in my house too. the full-on setup of work from home situation has happened. So again, I have to remind myself, just do it, because that's what the word came. It's happening. Without my I'm not able to even stop it from happening. Even if I have very strong thoughts of, oh, money is getting wasted, oh, this, that. Those negative thoughts have no room here. It's just not entering, and it's just happening. And then when those kind of things happen, it's very smooth. People get along. When two minds are put together and you're in the same kind of mindset, things work out well. There's no question of failure. Even if we fail, or even if something, we work it out and we move on. You see, the river's flowing here. We're not stagnant like a dirty pool. We are flowing here and we're moving on. I heard, somewhere the other day, no questions, no answers. It is what it is, and we just accept it and we move on. And I'm trying to push this energy around all the noises, and the disturbances have become extremely fatal now. It's so loud. So many things are happening. Although I also made some noise yesterday. I put up a table and I made the electrician drill 2 holes. So I also did that. But I'm doing it with a purpose and a reason, not a random thing, or not something that I personally want to happen, or I have a big plan. See, the I part is very, very small here. It's like a servant now, just doing, or doing what it is asked to do as a willingly, and it's working out so fine. It's coming out really, really good. I really like my apartment now. It's okay. Like I said, I don't even know if I'm going to be here for long, or for what reason I'm doing this. The more you shine the light, the more the darkness will try to uh, shut it down, or storms will try to blow it out. But it's not possible to come this far on faith and prayer, and I think we'll just continue doing it. And like I was thinking, even if in this war, it's so intense, it's hard to explain. If you've listened to my other talks, the stories, some people they just leave because it's too much. So, but like I said, that's just my story, and it is all happening to make a statement. Because today, after all that happened, if I would have blocked it, or if I would have let negative thought, then again it will get stagnated. It will be like a open end wire. I personally like to start something and I like to finish it, like an artist. So then your mindset also changes that way. You get more empowerment, and you're changing. So it doesn't even matter if all these things happened for no reason at all, but it did happen for a reason at the higher level, like I said, to make a statement. So arguing and debating about why that thing happened at that time and this thing happened, and they see it doesn't even exist, because there's no conflict here, there is no war. When we do everything and feel everything from the place of love, it does make sense. We just move on. We move on. So I'm also recording this just to make a statement, because then I feel like I push away all the other negative thoughts or anything that is, and it gives me confidence. That's what the word came from the beginning. Everybody was against it. Everybody was just calling us crazy, this or that. But this was our experience. This was happening. This was my truth. And he said, you just keep on doing this. Whatever is being asked for you to tell on this topic of this ministry, this talk, this recording, little things, doing some artwork and putting some word in it. These words would come and collecting it. Basically, all these years, so much content have been created. And we have all these things to just sit and work with. I think even lifetimes can be spent just sitting with these beautiful words and wisdom and experiences. So There is a foundation being laid here for some kind of a kingdom that is being built for everybody to live in peace and joy, work together, live together, and experience life to the fullest of its beauty and glory. Amen.